to it. Court is in session. All rise. Jurors, I apologize how long this took. We did things to save you time. Shout out to my man Matthew. All right. We did things to save you time. Jane, you are still John Doe's baby mama. You are still under oath. Y'all can proceed with the cross-examination. So Diddy's attorneys are still crossing Jane Doe. I don't know where it left off yesterday because, like I said, I was at the Clan concert, the Wu-Tang concert. So we'll catch up for those who didn't don't know what happened yesterday, but you know how I feel y'all in. So Miss Garagos, or whatever her name is, Tenny, she steps up. Good morning, Jane. Let's look at your message where you said, I feel as your lover, I wanted to please you and push through. What were you really wanting? What you really wanted was to cuddle with Mr. Combs, correct? Our intimate time. Tell me about the mobile TV you got him. You know, hold on. Let me go back a little bit before this started because there was some drama in the beginning before they got started. And this is why the judge was like, he was apologizing to the let me see. Yeah, it was some drama in the beginning of the day. So let's kind of get through the drama a little bit. Try to understand what was going on. Okay, so the judge says the messages at issue that the defense wants to get it. Can't you redact them? We shouldn't have it. It's consistent with our theory. And then they didn't open the judge says they didn't open the door. AUSA says, Comey says, his foot massages, it distracted me. It feels so good. On direct, we elicit testimony about the end of the relationship in 2024. There were no texts, but oral communications. This self-serving voice note by the defendant should not come in. By December 2023, he was trying to make a record for litigation. The judge says, what about Ms. Garagos questioning Jane about this without introducing the voice note? Comey says that too might confuse the jury. The defendant was trying to feed Jane a narrative. A narrative throughout their relationship. The hearsay rule precludes this. If the defendant wants to take the stand and subject himself to cross-examination, then fine. The judge says the questions without the voice note would not be the truth of the matter asserted. AUSA says this would be a backdoor way to get this in. So I agree with the judge says. So I agree with the government on those portions of the voice notes and order them excluded. Excuse me. Some questions will be permitted if you feel they become a basis for introduction. You can call for a sidebar. Now, the U.S. wants more of Jane's notes or diary. Once there's a motive to fabricate, the statements cannot come. Once there's a motive to fabricate, the statements cannot come in as a prior consistent statement. This fact pattern does not appear to have previously arisen. 2 time periods. Defense argues it would be improper if they post-dated the lawsuit. I know we are delayed in bringing the jury in, so I don't want to push about getting this in. And the judge said, go ahead, push. It's just that the government already put in a lot of messages on this. And the government says, we want in her. I feel obligated 98% of the time. I'm going to reserve, says the judge. Now, can we bring in Jane? Your Honor, we made an application through your deputy. I think it is reflected on this post-it note, isn't it? Now, will it be documented? Let's have a brief discussion and robe in the room with Jane and Jane's counsel. Can I come too? Of course, says the judge. Is this about the hit list of publications Jane's counsel said she would submit, but it's not in the docket? Including to Jane are still in the robing room with the judge. Sean Combs has been taken by marshals back into the holding cell. Is this a bathroom break? And on what topic would the witness Jane's counsel be getting so played as jury waits? Counsels are back from the robing room. Now Aguilera, Shapiro, and Steele huddle around Diddy talking with him. A decision to be made? Now Xavier Donaldson goes from the middle to the back table to talk with Combs. Meanwhile, Agnifilio is in the front talking with Comey, and Jane is still not on the witness stand. Now Nicole Westmoreland, too, is back with Combs. He sits surrounded by 5 or 6 lawyers talking and gesturing with his hands. Now Combs is speaking on one-on-one with Nicole Westmoreland as Driscoll and Donaldson stand between the tables. This all began before 10 a.m. More than a half an hour now has went by. A moment ago, Diddy was smiling, even laughing. Now he puts his head in his hands. So what was on the post-it note? And when will it be docketed? 10:40 a.m. The judge says, Ms. Gregorios, Diddy's lawyer, are you ready to proceed? And his other lawyer, Agnifilio, he had this discussion in the back. Mr. Combs was not present. I would like to lodge this objection. We litigated this over pseudonyms. Let's step back in the back, said the judge. I could clear this courtroom if we need to. No need, Judge. I will confirm my comments to an open court. A reason trials and names are public is so people who were there can come forward. We objected to a pseudonym with Mia. Now this? The events in the hotel room on January 24, 2024, I appreciate the balancing, but we maintain the constitutional right to a fully public trial remains. We didn't consent to these events should not be fully public. We didn't consent that these events should not be fully public. Part of the public nature of the trial is for the information to reach the public so other witnesses could come forward. I wanted my client to hear this. Ms. Comey, says the judge, as long as your answer remains no, we are fine. Their argument is to say the name is an attempt to harass. The judge says, in this event in the hotel, is it not one of the alleged acts of sex trafficking? It's just collateral. It's not a real concern, you're saying? The identities of those there is not a defense. Whatever. All rise. I apologize how long this took. We did things to save you time. Jane, you are still under oath. Proceed, Tenny. Good morning. Let's look at your messages where you said, I feel as your lover, I wanted to please you. Push through. What you really wanted was to cuddle with Mr. Combs. I wanted our intimate time. Tell me about the mobile TV you got him. It wasn't LG cordless. You can move it around and see your movies on it, right? Yes. After Cassie's lawsuit went public, how were things between you and Mr. Combs? I came to find out that another woman had the same experiences I had. I put out that energy on him and he was already down. So resentment, everything was hard. Was it a hard month? Yes. Let's play the voice note. Yeah, Diddy voice say, I don't want to be in a relationship like this. I don't want to make anyone feel like this. Let's end this cycle so you don't feel like I wasted your life. Are there more messages like this? Yes. Deshaun often say to you, I'm a solutions person. I just want solutions. Yes. You wrote, I tolerated it. I took on a lot in those rooms. Please don't discredit me. And he wrote, I never discredited you, right? Yes. You wrote that you wanted 100,000 for each wasted hair and more 400,000. You wrote this, right? What? Why is she asking this nigga for so much money? Man, this girl's a straight up prostitute, bro. She's a straight up prostitute. Yes. And you said you were thinking of hurting yourself. And he said, don't. Because he cared, right? I don't know about that. You said you didn't have friends at that time, right? Objection. I can rephrase. You said you talked about your feelings with Sean because you didn't have other people. Okay. Sean still paid your rent, right? Yes. The 9,000 that you got from Bear, you had known him from your modeling days? Yes. Did you have to do any work for the 9,000? No. The rapper you mentioned, he was close with Mr. Combs, right? Yes. And they show a video without sound. The rapper, they will record together. He is also an icon in the music industry, right? Yes. You went to the birthday party with the rapper's wife or girlfriend. Did you know Antoine traveled with them? Yes. Oh, no. So this nigga, allegedly Yeezy, he doing the same thing. Did he do it? Because the Antoine dude, we know that's the one of the sex workers that Hun Diddy be having sex with. So you mean to tell me allegedly Yeezy is doing the same thing, bro. That's how she got to watch him have sex. Wow. These niggas out here. Man, how many of y'all remember the other day I did the show when I was in the park? And I was like, how many of y'all think that Diddy never let any of these A-list dudes like bang Cassie or Jane Doe or any of these, you know, chicks that's doing these type of activities? Now we know that allegedly Yeezy is traveling with a sex worker. Oh my God. Oh, who else is he traveling with? I wonder if he into country music. I wonder if he into country music and camels. I wonder. And Mr. Combs knew too, right? Yes. Oh, when Antoine was having sex with the woman, how many people were in the room? 7 or 8 just watching. Oh, these niggas